Now, we've had a bunch of actors, Insta influencers, activists emoting wildly about what's happening in Minneapolis, but we cannot forget Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors head coach, has spoken of his love for Minnesota, and he's decried the misinformation in the media about what's happening in the state of Minnesota. I think I agree with him about that, Josh, probably not for the same reasons, but there has been so much misinformation. You talked about what happened 2 weeks ago with Renee Good, what's happening right now with this latest shooting, but the amount of misinformation we saw in the past week about a 5-year-old that was supposedly snatched by ICE was astonishing, even by the standards we've come to sadly accept, Josh. Tell us what really happened in this case.
So first of all, Steve Kerr is something of a sad case. I mean, I remember watching this guy back in the 1990s, back when he was a sharpshooter for the Chicago Bulls. I mean, Steve Kerr was Michael Jordan's teammate on many of those Chicago Bulls teams there. He had a beautiful jump shot. This guy is a totally bonkers, out to left field leftist. It was either his father or someone very close to him, Rita, who was killed in a Hezbollah terrorist attack in Lebanon in the early 1980s. And to this day, Steve Kerr is one of the biggest cheerleaders of the anti-Israel Palestinian Arab cause there, which is just, it makes your mind just want to explode there. So here he is yet again there. And frankly, I think back to that line from Laura Ingraham so many years ago talking about LeBron James, which is just shut up and dribble. Or in this case of Steve Kerr, shut up and coach. He's actually a very good coach, by the way. If he stuck to that, maybe he would have, frankly, a lot more success there in our conversations like this. Look, this misinformation about this 5-year-old boy there, that's not what happened. They were not going after the 5-year-old boy. They were going after the actual father there. The 5-year-old boy was essentially there right in the way there. But that's what they do. They take the tiniest morsel of connection to the story and they run with it in an entirely different direction because, again, the ultimate goal here is not to deliver the truth. It is to stir the passions as demagogues have been doing for thousands of years there. It turns out that today, one of the biggest places where these passions are unleashed is on federal law enforcement. So, Rita, like many Americans, I really do pray for the health and safety and efficacy of this nation's federal law enforcement apparatus because they are under siege right now. They're absolutely under siege there. They need our support. They need our prayers. And ultimately, they need the courage to do their job because the rule of law depends on, without the rule of law, there is no society, there is no freedom, there is no liberty, there's nothing.
Josh Hammer, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.